Hello, group. Welcome to Action Rock Corner. I'm your host, Richard May. Today, Brown Acid, the 20th Trip. Brown acid. Don't eat the brown acid, boys and girls. Except for this one. You can have 20 trips, no problem. I've reviewed 2 other volumes of brown acid, and it's the same lead-in, I'm sure. That is, if you think you have everything recorded in the 1970s of hard rock, you don't. Oh, you got Dust. You got Sir Lord Baltimore. You know, you got the boys. You got everything. Nonetheless, you got the 20 trips of brown acid. And of course you see 18 of them behind me. I'm not testing YouTube. One trip has a very delightful tuba of a young woman. So I'm not testing YouTube. Even if it's, teeny on your screen. No. I flirt on the line of PG-13 enough. This is really it's a nice cover. I like the cover, but it's not provocative like the ones behind me. Many of the ones behind me. So what is brown acid? Brown acid is 10 bands. Hometown heroes from across the United States. In this volume, 9 United States, 1 Mexico. And YouTube knows the bands from Mexico, and just before they play me, because I own it physically, but if I go to the bathroom, I'll, take it into, have my mobile speaker with me, and I'll go in there with my tablet. And so for the ad before the Mexican band comes on, like, what the heck is this? That's not English to this ad speaking. And it's an ad for Accepic. I know they have ads in English. I heard enough of them. Why am I getting one in Spanish? And then that song comes on. It's in English, but it's a Mexican band. And so good old YouTube, on top of their marketing, right on top of their marketing. Oh, a Mexican band's coming up. Mr. May's going to be listening to a Mexican band. We better, who knows, he may understand Spanish. Let's get the 1/8 of a cent we're getting from Accepic for the Spanish language ad. Okay. So, back on track. Got a band from Ottawa, Mexico, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, Los Angeles, California, the Banana Brothers, the Jordan Brothers from Frackville, Pennsylvania, Union, Missouri, Miami, Florida, I'll talk about that song in a minute, Sioux City, Iowa, Elburn, Illinois, and the last song, the band Frozen Sun, Tucson, Arizona. So they're hometown heroes. They do a little 45, sell a few hundred copies, maybe 1,000. You don't become anything else. You know, they don't wind up becoming Kiss or something. You know, they get day jobs and do real work for the last three generations. And, you know, record collectors, ooh, there's this great record in Tucson or Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I'll pay $100 for it. I'll pay $200 for it. And the people behind Brown Acid, Permanent Records, pretty good YouTube channel too. You know, they travel, they go to these people, these bands. Hey, we want a good master of the original song, and you'll get a cut. We're not going to pirate the thing. We'll give you a cut of the money. We just need a band master of the original, so that you have a nice recording to listen to this to. And Brown Acid actually thinks about how to sequence these records. There's not a hodgepodge, odds and sods collection thrown together because they threw some beer money around. They think and make certain that the 10 songs on a volume of Brown Acid are sequenced and can flow together, so you're listening to an album of fine music that flows very nicely. And boy howdy, it always does, 20 times. And the 20th time is another the charm. And you listen to songs that you never got to hear because you're nowhere near these cities or alive at the time they came out, some of you youngsters. The newest song is 1980 here. Okay? You're alive in 1980? I was. I was in college and flunking out. But really nice sequencing, really nice bands. I just got, 10 songs, 36 minutes. No prog here. Okay? There's one song I think goes for 6 minutes. Gives you nice liner notes to explain the 10 songs and the bands they came from. 2 stories I gotta tell you. The first song of Volume 20 is a cover song. They usually don't have cover songs, but they do. But it's the only cover song in this volume. But it's a cover song from my hometown, Cleveland, Ohio. The Damnation of Adam Blessing. Heard of him, huh? Have the entire... No, you don't. Nice cult band. Okay. So, this band in Iowa does a cover of a Cleveland cult band from Cleveland. And the Damnation of Adam Blessing, they're on volume 18, when in later years they become Glory. You get the second bite of the apple because they're a cult band. They're not touring the arenas of America. So, Adam Blessing, the Damnation of Adam Blessing, is on this record as Glory, and they get another paycheck for publishing by having a track on this volume. It must be nice. So that's just a cute Cleveland angle story, you know. This is more important to you. I'm warning you, if you buy or you listen on YouTube, of course, everything's on YouTube. All 20 volumes are on YouTube. Okay? But if you listen to volume 20 with your significant other, you know, the female significant other, there's a song that could get you in trouble. Let me explain. Because we won't notice. Us guys, I have a sense. I didn't take a survey, okay? I have a sense about 95% of the people buying brown acid are male. And I think that number's low. Okay? Just me. I think more than 95% of the people buying brown acid are of the male persuasion. CIS, as the kids say. Cis or CIS? CIS males. Okay? So, there's a song by Sandy Toronto and the Nemo Spliff. Is that a 1970 band name? From Miami, Florida. With a song called A Year Ago Today. It is one of those I'm Satan, you know, what was the Rolling Stones song? You know, Mick Jagger's singing that he's Satan. Do you know my name? Well, in this song, the singer's in character. It's not himself. Better not be. This better not be the singer himself singing. Or he's your schmuck. So he's singing about an ex, a recent ex, who he thinks he made something of. She was poor. See, we get into class here. He's rich, she's poor. A year ago. Takes her in, makes her whatever she becomes, and she, at the beginning of the song, she's gone, she leaves. So he's complaining about this poor girl, poor as in poverty, who, you know, gets in with him, you know, moves in maybe, or gets a job through family business, whatever it is. And a year later, you know, I'm out of here. And of course, we justify her judgment by what this guy complains about in the song A Year Ago Today. If I remember, yeah, a year ago today. And, you know, it's like, I made you, is basically what the point of the song is. You are nothing, I made you. The wife is not going to understand that. The girlfriend, the daughter, the granddaughter, they're not going to understand the viewpoint of the song. They're going to get pissed. Just take it from Uncle Rich, okay? The women in your life, they hear a year ago today, they're going to get pissed at what they're hearing. Listen and buy this. It's nice. But when you get to that track, put on headphones. Make certain who's around you. if it's playing out loud. Okay, take a look around. Okay? I'm just saying, maybe a young woman might pay some attention to what the guy is singing and have a different interpretation of the lyric than we would as men of the gender. Just warn you. Nice song, really good song. Especially if you understand it's a character. I hope Sandy was doing a character. Weren't you, Sandy? Or is this the first wife, Sandy? It was 1970 after all. So that's the only song I have to give you a warning about. Everything else is nice and freaky. The M. Blessing cover song cookbook. Psychedelic. Cool song. You'll like it. And really, I love old 20 times. And I was there in the 70s. I didn't get to hear everything at the time. I was 9 at the start of the decade. But always a lot of fun. Check it out here on YouTube. You think you know all of your 70s music? No, you don't. Absolute fun and a very reasonable price to purchase. Got my copy. Just came out. Got it for $13 American. Your store may be more expensive, but it should be more expensive by not much more. And they have a nice YouTube channel. Permanent Records. Do I remember right? I didn't prepare this part. I try to produce properly, but I was lazy about looking up where the one partner in the Brown Acid series has a store. It's Los Angeles. Hopefully they're recovered nicely from the fires. They weren't affected themselves, but their neighbors, yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching. Like this video, if you would please. It will help people learn about brown acid. They need to know. It's a cool compilation. Subscribe to the channel and learn when the next trip, a 21st trip, is coming. Maybe by the end of this year. They produce often. They work steadily. They do good work. Ring the notification bell. Leave a comment. Listen to some Brown Acid, especially, of course, the 20th Trip. And come back, and what do you think? I really like the opening track cookbook. That was pretty trippy. And I do like the song I was warning you about. That there's some nice effects in there. Some nice things you don't hear all the time. Vocal effects and whatnot. Really good stuff. But I'm trying to keep you out of trouble. Uncle Rich is good for that. Okay, we're good. And remember, fresh music. If it could be 50 years old like this stuff. But if you never heard it, it's fresh. It's fresh music. Fresh music is as important as fresh food. Right? Thank you for watching. Have fun with your music. And we'll see you again soon. Thanks.